Fishes is. Fishes is. This is a really sweet card, and it is a really jumpy energy. And it's conveying to me that down here is all the still, deep, not stagnant, but it can be a stationary place where if you spend too long in this thought, deep, dark, closed space, there won't be any action. And this motion, there's a motion with this card of the change from sort of stillness to action. And obviously it's wet and it's a I wanted to say slippy, but it's a motion that is kind of like this. Woo! Like something that you're trying to juggle with that you can't hold on to. It's that sort of energy, which is something that is, as you come out of this sort of stagnant thinking over and over and over and over and over, to get to this ping, you need to actually do something. Doesn't matter if you're not really sure what is here, what lies above. You don't need to know exactly how to get here. What you need in between is this firing yourself out of this state by doing anything. Any one little thing, whether it's, right, that's it, I'm going for a walk round the block. Right, that's it, I'm going to ring so-and-so. Right, that's it, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to tell them that. It's a instantaneous realization that if you don't create yourself the motion, it's not going to happen. And also, this is very yin, feminine, which is associated with the sort of the dark side of the mountain, the slow, the cold, the shade, the wet, the damp, the nurturing, maternal, not the sort of yang, heat, action, but although you need that action, that one action, it's about putting you into that flow state. It's about, I'm seeing like a river with a stick sort of snagged up on this out of the flow. So it's gone down the river and then it's gone and it's got caught up and it's against the root of a tree and it's just stuck. And it needs some change of energy to come along and put it back in the stream, in the flow, in the slipstream. And that's what this motion is showing me. So it's about activating your yin energy, your feminine energy, the divine feminine energy, and it's not about genders. It's about activating back into that flow state so that you are then getting in all all the signals and the messages, because before you were like this. Thinky, thinky, think. And that just leads to a stopped state. So let me read some fishness. Fish, dive in. Prosperity is flowing. A fish only begins to realize its potential the moment you throw it in deep waters. Okay, so for some of you out there, that may be that you have needed actually somebody else to come along and change their energy, you know, like a glass of cold water to the face, that kind of thing. And you've been hovering over a decision and something that you are thinking about doing, and somebody's come along and said, look, sort your beep out and do this. And you've gone, oh, and you've been pushed into those deep waters. So like the change where you're not ready, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but you flap about and you float. Oh, this is all right. I can cope with this. Well, I should have done this sooner. Why don't you let me do this sooner? That sort of energy. Are you a big fish in a small pond or a guppy surrounded by sharks? How would you feel if you were truly in flow with your creative self? Perhaps you are like so many two-leggeds, with a schedule more crowded than a can of sardines. Yeah, there's the energy. Your brain is like a can of sardines. You're so crammed into all the boxes of your thoughts of, you know, it's just your ego mind. This is going to happen if you do this. What's going to happen if you do that? We don't know about this. Well, that happened before. And you go round and round and round with your sort of thinking mind, when actually the real good stuff happens when you just go, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to do this. And then everything just starts to flow. That stick becomes unjammed and goes whoosh into the stream, into the bubbly flow. Stretch out and explore your feelings. If this resonates, create more time for your feminine aspect to swim. Empty out your feelings. Have a good cry. Then you can refill your tank with the creative energy that will truly feed your soul. Interesting. So I'm feeling this kind of blocked. Right, okay. Water is emotions. Here is deep, deep emotions. Right, thank you. Deep emotions. Possibly you have been wallowing, and what you need is a good kick up the Aristotle. Either by yourself, either by you or somebody else, because you are just going to stay in this stagnant phase. So you need somebody to you out of that phase, let your energy flow. And it may mean that you need to go and shut yourself in your car and scream to get all that energy out, or a really good cry. I mean, people think that crying is a weakness still, but actually that feeling that you get, I'm going to cry, if you suppress that, it is so bad for you physically. Every emotion is meant to be worked through. So you feel it building and you let it out, and then it's gone. And it kind of creates, not a vacuum, it creates a calm space and a clear field. I'm just seeing a field that's been recently ploughed and it is just ready for the next phase, whether they're going to put seeds in, whether they're just going to let it go fallow and build its nutrients back up. Whatever it needed was a good level, a good plough level the playing field. Right, there's a mantra with this one. If you'd like to write this down, you can. I live in the slipstream of life, allowing all I seek to flow toward, through, and back to me. Isn't that lovely? So if you've got an emotional blockage, stagnancy, kick it out of your system by crying, shouting, writing, cleaning, whatever you need to do to literally, energy is vibration and it can get stuck and we can keep sticking it. If you unstick it by doing something, your fish will jump out that stagnant state and you will be back in the flow. That is exactly the message that is meant for you at the moment you find this reading. So, fish, thank you very much. I read you loud and clear. And I love you. Bye.